How's it going, family? Welcome back to the channel. Boy, oh boy, do we have some exciting news regarding the SaitaPro app and the surprise launching, might I add, of a brand new crypto project on the SaitaPro app. Let's talk about this, folks. So, word came down from the official Saitama Twitter page early this morning around 3:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the tweet went a little something like this. New listing on Saitaswap. Kodachi Token is trading now. Don't miss this opportunity on SaitaPro or dex.saita.pro, which is, their online decentralized platform, basically the split mirror of the SaitaPro app. Join our movement to make DeFi safer and easier. Saitama Wolfpack, Saitama Community, Kodachi Token. And as you can see here, the graphic that was put up on the Twitter page. And as you can imagine, they are going wild. There has been a Twitter storm around this. Now, why do I say people are going wild? Well, here's the thing. Have you heard of this project before from the devs? Have you heard anyone mention that a token by the name of Kodachi would be being released on Friday, which is September the 2nd, 2022. Did you hear anybody say that? I didn't. We had an AMA. There was no mentioning of it. You know what this tells me? Our developers for Saitama, they are working feverishly behind the scenes. They are being quiet, which is a good thing, and they are bringing the fire to this project. And you know what? That's going to help SaitaPro continue to grow. Now, let's get on into Kodachi. Now, if we go to Kodachi's website, which is kodachitoken.com, Kodachi, Kodachi, token.com. At first glance, we see that it looks pretty cool. I mean, I like the logo. It looks very kind of Kishimoto-ish kind of to me, but we'll get to that because you're in for a surprise on that one as well. But as we scroll through, we can see that they aim to be the future of crypto, right? Every token aims to be the future of crypto. But, hey, it goes without saying they aim to be the future of crypto. But they say it's an ERC20 token existing on the Ethereum blockchain. They're going to have a bridge to Binance, FTM, and AVIX networks. And they're being developed, right, for that purpose. Now, here's the official contract address here. All right. So they've been launched on SaitaPro, as I mentioned to you before. So let's go ahead and walk through their website quickly here. Now, these are some of the utilities that Kodachi Token will hope to bring to the market. So it says the Kodachi Decentralized Exchange will revolutionize decentralized exchanges with a number of capabilities that have yet to be seen on the same platform. Kodachi Dex has redesigned the traditional function of decentralized exchange in that it will not tax the liquidity of a token. Instead, taxes will be drawn from transaction fees. The vision for Kodachi Dex is to provide a platform for projects to launch tokens with a payout in ETH versus native tokens. In addition, liquidity pools will be designed differently. When a trader sells, instead of creating a token ETH pair, it will only cost ETH collected from the user's gas fees. This will prevent from having the chart to dump that can negatively impact the project. Okay, now let's move along, guys, because we don't really like to read verbatim. Now, one of the things that Kodachi Token is going to have on their platform is staking. If you watched our prior videos, we gave you a very good overview of what staking is and why is it beneficial to both the token, the community, for the token, and then also for the investor themselves, because there's a two-way street. It has benefits on both ends. All right, so if we look at the staking, they're going to launch their own staking platform where you will be able to stake your Kodachi tokens to earn rewards. Now, they're also going to get into the NFT game. Now, check this out. Their NFTs are pretty sweet. I like them. They're really attractive, guys. I like them. They speak ninja to me, and that's exactly what they look like, ninjas. But these are pretty dope. I like these. All right, so if we scroll down some more, we can see that here's the tax structure. They have a burn implemented and reflections. Now, reflections are like this. To put it in layman's terms, Whenever someone buys, whenever someone sells said token, then a reflection or a certain percentage of the token supply is reflected back to the holders. All right. So you get it reflected like a mirror, it bounces back. So it's basically like a kickback. Look at reflections like a kickback. And the reflections are paid back in the native token, which is essentially free money because the token has value. Now, let's continue. So they're going to have 1% of every purchase and 2% of every sale of the Kodachi token going towards reflections and burn. Okay. And then they're going to have a marketing aspect tied to the contract, which means that 1% of every buy and 4% of every sale will go towards their marketing efforts. So in other words, they will have a marketing wallet, which will be necessary for them to promote the token. All right. Now, if we move forward to auto liquidity pool, that is what LP stands for, liquidity pool. Essentially, what a liquidity pool is, it is essentially a pool. Exactly what it sounds like. We like to keep things simple. So look at a liquidity pool. It's just a slush fund. The slush fund of availability in terms of how much money is in a pot in order to be purchased. So in other words, if I sell my token, my selling of my token, I'm taking profits. That profit comes out of the liquidity pool. So that makes sure that there is enough slush fund for people to take profit. All right. And so what they are doing here by implementing that 1% on every buy and 2% on every sell to the liquidity pool, the auto LP, that essentially means they are putting some insurance in place to make sure that there is always available monies to be taken from for you to take your profit. All right. Now, as we continue to look at this, the developers have a wallet as well. And this is pretty standard in most projects. And this is pretty decent, actually. 1% of every purchase and 2% of every sale will go towards those developers' wallet. This is compensating the developers for their hard work and helping this project to continue forward. Now, let's move on additionally to look at their tax distribution. This is something that I have personally never seen in a meme coin or a cryptocurrency before, where they have varying tax distribution based on the time that the token has been around. I've seen it, but not necessarily spelled out like this. So it goes a little something like this. And I'm not going to read this because it is very complex. As you can see, there's a lot going on. But I guess the key takeaway from this is within the first 45 days, you're going to look at a tax structure like this. After 45 days up to 75 days, you're going to look at a tax structure like this. So on and so forth. Now, if we look at the token distribution, we can see that the circulated supply, you've already burned 46% of the total supply of the Kodachi token, which means that they are never coming back. So in a nutshell, 46% of their overall token supply has been burned. Out of that remaining token supply, 53.5% sits in the LP, and then about 0.5% for the dev wallets. Now, here's the fun part, guys. So if we look at the roadmap, we can see that they are broken down. The aspects of this project is broken down by several steps. Now, you see this here. It says Q4 2022. And when I did my research, Kodachi had intended on launching in October of 2022. So they must have felt really prepared and felt that they had things together, because guess what? We saw a surprise launch today on SaitaPro. And so technically they are live. Now, as we look through their phase one, which they like to call the ginning phase, they're going to have their social media campaign set up. They're going to launch their NFTs. As we saw up above, the NFTs were pretty sweet. They are pretty nice. They did do their stealth launch. They did that. They're going to implement staking. They're going to burn 50% of their supply, which has already been done. They're going to buy back for every 25 holders until they reach 1,000. Buying back meaning that they are going to purchase themselves tokens on the project to help the price go up. And that is going to create a floor in the pricing to prevent from wild swings in the price. They are going to be listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. They have been launched on SaitaPro. They're aiming to be launched on Saitaswap, which is native to Shiba Inu, and then so on and so forth. So let's keep going, guys. So phase two is going to be called the chunning phase, and they're going to reduce the taxes by 2%. They're going to launch their own centralized platform. They're going to update the website, create bridges to other blockchains such as Binance. Phase 3, they're just going to focus on decreasing the taxes even more. They're going to establish some partnerships, get on some influencers, establish their Telegram, beef that up. Now, if we go down more and take a look at this, this is interesting because remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned to you that I get vibes of Kishimoto when I look at this website. Sure enough, they are related. Let's take a look and figure out how. So if we go over here and we continue on at the website, take a look at this. The mysterious entity, Mr. Kodachi, is the founder and CEO of Kodachi Token. You may recognize him as the driving force behind the Kishimoto ecosystem. After leading them to a $175 million market cap, that's Kishimoto now, Mr. Kodachi has decided to launch his very own project in Kodachi Token, bringing you a revolutionary decentralized exchange, rewarding staking options, beneficial NFT, non-fungible token collections. That's what NFT stands for, non-fungible tokens, collections, and most importantly, a safe and organized project that will position itself to become a top-ranked token in the long term. Now, looks like they already have their staking website up. I'm not going to connect the wallet, but here, actually they don't have it up. It's just a placeholder there. But as you can see, they mean business. They are going to do that. Now let's take a look at their NFTs. You can enter the NFTs here. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. So they haven't launched it per se, but you can see some more NFTs that they have here. These are nice. All right, so if we go over here, we can actually see, I think they have their platform up already. Let's take a look, their decentralized platform. And they do. You can swap, you can add liquidity, you can stake and investing. So check that out. Guys, as I mentioned to you before, I'm expecting many bombs to continue to come from the Saitama team. As I mentioned to you before, this was a surprise. This came out of nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kodachi token has finally launched on SaitaPro. We knew nothing about it, but now we do. And I'm assuming that there are going to be many more surprises coming down the pike for the Saitama community. Thank you so much for tuning in to the crypto stream. Remember to like this video, comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you think is coming down the pipe. Do you think we're in for some more surprise launches? We've heard of other tokens coming on SaitaPro, such as Lucky Roo, Mazimatic, things of that nature. But Kodachi token, this is a good one. This was a good surprise. Guys, go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you like our content so you can stay up to date on new videos that we put out. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you real soon.